What's going on, guys? It's Ben here from BH Aquatics, and in today's video we're going to be taking an official look at Central Mass Aquatics fish room. First of all, I'm going to have to say that these guys are strictly a wholesale distributor, and unless you see something that you like that they have, you can only buy it in a locally independent fish store or pet store. The section that we're in seems to be a section with a lot of plecos, but there is some really cool discus and some really nice angelfish. These are some of those really cool extra large angelfish that I was talking about. They have black and gold and yellow, and they're just really awesome. We move on here, and these are the extra large show discus that I was also talking about. These guys are really awesome. They have some really bright colors, yellows and whites and reds. Looks like there's a Marlboro in there, and as you guys know, I really love Marlboro colors. Right now, moving on to an area that's mostly goldfish. On the left-hand side row is mostly goldfish, with an exception of the first few tanks, which I'm going to talk about in a second. These first few tanks on the left-hand side row is some tropical fish. There's some rasboras and barbs and different fish like that. Smaller fish too as well. Obviously some of them that will grow bigger are in their juvenile stages, so they are not at full size. I just wanted to point out how large this facility is, because for someone like me that is a small-time hobbyist with a small fish room, this is really impressive, especially with the amount of tanks that they have. This top section here seems to be a gourami section with some really nice, gorgeous gouramis. I definitely think I want to set up a gourami tank sometime in the near future. So this top section here seems to be a row of small angelfish, and even though they don't have their mature colors, they're still beautiful fish. As we move on here, we're coming along to some blue flame dwarf gouramis and some other really nice gouramis, but these blue flame dwarfs really caught my attention with the reds and blues and the oranges too, so I'm going to be doing a close-up of those in a second. In this close-up, I definitely feel like these blue flame dwarf gouramis really show their really nice colors, and I really like them. In this close-up, we're doing a close-up of a Panda Corridora. I definitely think the Panda Corridora is my favorite of the Corridora family. We're right now moving on to a section which seems to me as a Danio section. We're going to be showing you some orange glow Danios pretty soon, and I think that they're really cool, and I think that they'll look really nice, especially in a big group. The section we just entered seems to be a top row of rams, and I am going to see a ram that I really like, called the Bolivian ram, which just has some awesome intense orange colors on its fins and dorsal fins, especially on its tail as well. This is just a quick close-up of a Yellowfin Pike that I decided to take because these guys would be really awesome for a monster fish tank, especially since these guys grow up to 3 feet long. This is the Bolivian ram close-up. Just look at it. It's excellent colors on the tail and dorsal fin. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you guys, I don't tend to like puffers at all, but these figure 8 puffers really caught my eye because of the yellow and brown dots they have and the white bottoms they have. They just really nice colors, and they contrast really well. This row here, the center row, is actually a ton of Oscars, and I really like Oscars, but all of the fish around them are also fish that are related to Oscars and stuff like that. They're really cool. What I'm about to show you of a close-up is the African knifefish. These guys are definitely one of my favorite oddballs because I love how they have their fins on their bottom side. So this wall here is basically just a wall of some pond plants and aquarium plants, and they're definitely really cool. Definitely gave me some ideas for plants that I want in my aquarium sometime in the near future. This wall here was a pretty cool wall. It had some really cool frogs in it, some assorted cichlids, and on the top row it had 5-inch to 6-inch flower horns side by side in tanks that were really, really nice. I will point out, most of these tanks have sponge filters in them, and sponge filters, maybe I'll do a DIY sometime in the near future on those, because they definitely are cheap to have and they get the job done that a filter needs to do. Right here are some large and medium silver dollars. Definitely like these. Definitely want to set up a tank in the near future with some red hook ones. This row is just a row of some really cool assorted colored fish, like the painted glass fish, and I also saw some really cool African butterfly fish that I definitely think I want to set up a tank for in the near future. Here's a close-up of these painted glass fish. These guys, with all their different colors together, looked really, really cool. Definitely one of my new favorite fish. These African butterflies, I'm just going to say wow. These guys, they are similar to arowanas, but they look so much different in a really good way, and I definitely want these guys sometime. This top row here is just top row of different shrimp. They have cherry shrimp, fire shrimp, chocolate shrimp, any kind of shrimp you can think of. All up in here, they have a ton of them, and it's just really, really awesome to see. Right now, I'm just going to be showing you guys a close-up of the Alligator Gar. They're 3 inches long, but I will tell you the longest one caught ever was 8 feet, and I believe it was 5 inches, which this would make an epic monster fish. These guys here are called the Driftwood Catfish. These guys are definitely cool. They definitely blend in with the colors of driftwood, and I think maybe sometime in the near future, if I ever set up another aquascape, I definitely want to put these guys in it, especially if there's driftwood in the tank. This row that we just entered is definitely one of my favorites, mostly because it's a bunch of different live bearers, platies, mollies, guppies, you name it. They have them, and they're all looking stunning. I'm right now doing a close-up of a black leer-tail molly. These guys, I definitely got a really cool idea of pairing these guys with some red tux platies, which I'll show pretty soon. But first, the owner of Central Mass Aquatics actually called me over because he wanted to show me how he fed his freshwater stingrays, and I thought this was really cool. I definitely want to show you guys this because this was a really cool experience to have. After that, I came back to the red tux platies. I mean, look at the colors. The black would definitely pair with the black leer-tail mollies, and I think the red would definitely take out the true colors in both. This close-up here doesn't really reference anything special, but I just like how it's a different type of knife fish with the black dots and the silver. So we're moving on to some Peacocks Eclipse. These guys had some really, really nice color. I definitely think I want to set up a cichlid tank sometime soon, especially since I set up some new tanks down in the fish room. I'm just gonna end this video by showing you guys some red-tailed chalceus because when I first started my channel, I told you guys these are one of my most favorite types of fish. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel because it always helps.